Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, and it is Friday, my droids. I was busy on Wednesday and didn't read the comics because I was off watching Across the Spider-Verse in the theater, and it was fucking cool. But never a better time than now to read the 3 Star Wars comics that we got this week. Yeah, we got 3 issues came out today. Star Wars issue number 35, Yoda issue number 8, and Return of the Jedi number 1, The Empire. Or excuse me, Return of the Jedi, The Empire issue number 1. Because of the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, we're getting a whole bunch of different Return of the Jedi one-shot stories, but they're all called Return of the Jedi something number 1. So, it's not our first Return of the Jedi 40th comic, but it is the first one about the Empire. So I'm excited to see what that's all about. But first, Star Wars 35. A choice that will chart the fate of the galaxy. And it's a Charles Soule story, so we know we're in for a wild ride here. Look at him. The sabers of Yoda and Vader in his grasp. So I'm thinking that this is also taking place at the same time as the Afra Luke crossover that's happening, because it's post Kezarat convoy. His yellow saber is obviously giving him some issues here. So could this finally be the quest to build his green blade? It's actually my first comic stream, so happy to be here. Hopefully this is the kick up. I need to get back into the comics. Dude, I love the Star Wars comics. Honestly, they're a lot of fun. I'm really glad you made it to the stream, by the way. Yeah, man, I hope this opens the door for you, because some of the stories that we're getting in Marvel right now are freaking cool. Like, a lot of the High Republic stuff taking place in the Battle of Jeddah is really cool. But all the Star Wars stuff currently takes place between episodes 5 and 6. So Han's frozen in Carbonite, War of the Bounty Hunters is raging, Crimson Dawn just happened. Like, there's so much to get into. And honestly, yeah, you're missing out if you avoid these stories just because they're comics. Because they're canon, first of all, but they're every bit as entertaining. They really are. You got a ton of variety, too, because they're all different artists and authors working together, so it's not like every single Star Wars comic feels like the same kind of visual language, or even, like, the aesthetics are even different. This is a long rant that I could go on, but instead, I'm going to read the damn things. Let's go. Star Wars, issue number 32, by Charles Soule. In the clutches of Dr. Kuwata. Dr. Kuwata. Perhaps this is a colleague of Dr. Afra? No, not at all. More likely a colleague of Dr. Evazan, if anyone. After the damage Luke's lightsaber sustained at the hands of the kill droids in no space, Luke was in need of a new Jedi weapon. He and R2 traveled to the Imperial-occupied planet of Christophsis, in search of Kyber, and met up with the mysterious Greta, who has her own personal vendetta against the Empire. She agreed to help Luke on his quest, but soon afterward, a huge creature attacked them. Luckily, the Kyber expert they were searching for arrived just in time, but he wants Luke's lightsaber. Honestly, dude, just give it to him. It doesn't even fucking work anymore. Just be like, oh yeah, this whole thing, here you go. Help me build a new one. That's what I would do. Christophsis. You want me to give you my lightsaber? Why? Yeah, you're right. I guess I was a little blunt. I'll tell him. My friends here think you need my help. Oh, that's sick. The Kyber crystals speak to her. She hears their song through the Force. That's dope. Also, is she Pantoran or is she a different species? I can't quite tell. Luke, meet Dr. Kuwata. He's who I brought you out here to meet. Kuwata, this is Luke Skywalker. You're right, he does need your help. Is he alright, Greta? It seems like he thinks those crystals are talking to him. Luke, you fool! Luke is a lost lamb. He knows nothing. Don't whisper around a Pantoran, boy! Our hearing is exceptional. I was gonna ask if he was Pantoran. You're Force sensitive. Maybe even a Jedi. I can tell. Do people ask you if you are alright every time you sense things they can't? That's a very good point. You can trust him, Luke. I've known him for years. Working in close proximity to Kyber for too long can affect some people. But Kuwata's not dangerous. He's just been out here a long time. No one knows more about the crystals than he does. If you want help, I can't think of anywhere better. Ha! That's a good one! I apologize for what I said before. I do need your help, and I'd be grateful for anything you could do. My lightsaber's been having problems. I think there's something wrong with the...
With the crystal, yes, I know. Uh-huh. Let's just get a look at you.
Hey, what are you doing? He just snatches it from him, starts breaking it open.
Yeah, like I thought. There's your problem. Your little buddy here's dang near broken in half. It's doing its best for you, but I don't know what you expect. They're minerals, not miracle workers.
Is there anything you can do?
Sure, I can make this little guy happier than he is right now, that's for sure. But I don't want you to do something for me. It's nothing a Jedi should have trouble with, even if you are finding your path to the Force to be a little wibbly-wobbly right now.
How did you know that?
Your crystal told me. Now, you coming or not?
Dr. Kuwata is awesome. This is sweet. He's like a weird old, eccentric, like tech genius who speaks to the crystals. And he knows everything there is. Like, he's like a living Huyang in a way, you know? Maybe he doesn't have the same wealth of knowledge that Huyang had in his databanks, but like, I can't think of anyone that we've encountered in canon that is more attuned and like versed in crystals. Maybe Chirrut Imwe? We never got the chance to talk to him before he got killed.
Your crystal told me. Now you coming or not?
Yeah, this is awesome. Down here in the depths.
Your lightsaber's kind of weird. The hilt and the crystal make me think it was originally an old temple guard saber, but these innards... Did you build this, Luke?
No, I found it in a ruined Jedi temple, but I've worked on it some. So has my R2 unit.
You can't just fiddle around with lightsabers. It's dangerous. Invert your inhibitor matrix. Easy mistake to make, and boom! You got yourself a bomb!
Nice. Shout out to the crystal arc of the Younglings arc of the Clone Wars when the exact same thing happened to Petro's saber.
For a Jedi, you don't seem to know very much.
Lightsaber maintenance wasn't part of my training. I had to learn a lot and not much time. Oh, look at the big hunk of green kyber right there. Is that gonna be Luke's?
Is that gonna be Luke's? Well, then thank goodness Dr. Kuwata is here. Listen up, Skywalker. Class is in session.
Let's go. Let's go. School all of us, please. We all want to learn about lightsabers right now.
Yes.
This is the part that the lore nerd in me is like here for. Fuck yes.
A lightsaber has 5 main parts. The power cell, the casing, the focusing lens, the emitter, and of course, the crystal. The rest is just wiring and on-off switch and whatever fancy extra bits people want to build in. All in all, though, it is a pretty simple device. The crystal's the key. It focuses not just the energy from the power cell, but also the Force itself. If you get a good connection between crystal and wielder, it should almost feel like the saber's moving by itself. You don't even have to think about it. Or that's what they say. I'm no Jedi. No Sith either. I wouldn't know.
Did you ever feel anything like that, Luke? It can be hard to know what you're not feeling, Greta. I don't know. Both the sabers I've owned were good tools. This one feels different than my last one, but neither is exactly like what Dr. Kuwata's describing.
That's because you found this one. You didn't choose it, and it didn't choose you. Guessing the other one was something similar.
It was a gift. It belonged to my father. He was a great Jedi once.
There you go. That's better, but not quite there either.
Basically, it's a wand chooses the wizard kind of situation. You can use someone else's lightsaber, and if the better you are with your martial prowess, the better you're going to be with that lightsaber, but it's never going to bridge that gap that you would have, like the closeness you would have with your own saber that you built, a crystal that called to you. So Luke, even with all his raw power, is being held back by the fact that he was using the saber of his father. I think that's an interesting detail.
There you go. That's better, but not quite there either. I can do some work on this. I can divert energy flow around the cracked part of the crystal and make it much more stable.
I'd appreciate that very much. But you said I'd have to do something for you?
Correct. I'd like you to spend a little time with this.
It's red. Not really my color, bro.
So it is. But there's supposedly a way to pull the dark side out of red crystals. I've never seen it done, and it requires the Force. That's why I want you to do it. It'll be fascinating to observe. A huge boon to my research.
I want to help, but I've never even heard of that. I wouldn't know where to begin. Oh my god, are we going to see him purify a crystal right now? Is that what's about to happen? I would. My people had a ritual for cleansing the crystal. My people had a ritual for cleansing crystal. The Falanasi would perform it as a service in the days after the fall of the Sith. There were many red crystals at that time, and the Jedi Order engaged my ancestors to heal as many as they could. I've never done it. I can't, but the lore was passed down. What am I supposed to do? Immediately makes me think of Ao's song from Season 2 of Star Wars Visions. They weren't Falanasi, but they were definitely doing exactly what's being said here, purifying the crystals that were left over. In order to turn red, ordinary kyber crystals must be bled. A dark side practitioner pours their rage and pain, fear through the crystal, leaving it vibrating in scarlet agony.
Like a feedback loop, I see.
To heal it, you do the opposite. Use the light side and your own joy and hope. Use the light side and your own joy and hope to create resonance to offset the pain created by the bleeding. It's not a battle. It's a soothing, a calming, a healing. Yeah, Luke, you get it. It was very difficult. People came out of the process changed. To heal the crystal, you must connect deeply with the dark side user whose suffering created it. Sounds painful. I've never done anything like this before, but I'll try.
Excellent. I believe in you.
All right. Okay, so think about this for a second. When you purify a crystal that has been bled, you feel a powerful connection to the dark side practitioner that bled it in the first place. So, when Ahsoka purified the 2 red crystals that she claimed from the Inquisitor in Tales of the Jedi, she got like a glimmer of who he was and what he was all about and maybe what his experiences had been. Like, she probably got to know who that man was she just defeated through the process of doing it. I don't know if you're connecting, like, you must connect deeply with the dark side user, but what does that mean exactly? We're about to find out. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I think that Luke is going to have to touch the dark side, but it's not a battle. It's a soothing. So he's not going to be fighting against... I really don't know. It's getting all metaphysical. Let's do this. All right. Here we... Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Oh! Look at this place. What? Well, a guest. How lovely. Okay, that's St. Pestage right there, for sure. Oh my god, what are the Emperor's advisors doing in this crowd? This is a sick panel. Look at this. Look at them all. Ancient Sith flags, bro? Well, a guest. How lovely. Be welcome. Approach and tell me your name. I would know how and why you have entered my hall. I meditated on a red kyber crystal. I was trying to heal it. But I wasn't expecting anything like this. You were told you would find pain and rage and fear and suffering and sorrow. Not in my hall, young master. Look at these creepy sycophants in the crowd. Oh, this is sick. Luke must endure the temptations of the dark side. Because when you're in it, it doesn't feel like pain and rage and fear and suffering and sorrow. It feels like power and ability and like strength. And you have this easy,
It's not true, though. It's an illusion. Not in my hall, young master.
You came here to heal me. But what if I do not want to be healed? I am not sick, young master. Your ministrations would, to me, be a form of violence. You have experienced violence, I think. You have experienced pain. What? Resist it, Luke? We can use it together. No! No! Ah! Fucking Giuseppe Cavicoli! Vader Lords of the Sith! We're back here again! Oh my god, look at him! Look at him! And every part of him is pure, but the red from the crystal that he's holding is seeping in. And there's... Fuck. He's on Vader's meditation plane right now. I can't handle this, you guys. I cannot handle this. Oh. And they make eye contact. And that's all it is. That's all he gets. And he's back. What the fuck just happened? Charles Soule's out here kicking my ass again. Luke, are you alright? What happened?
Yes, exactly. What happened?
Concerned, alarmed, fascinated. We got the three expressions right here.
Tell me what you saw.
I think I saw my father.
The great Jedi? What would a great Jedi be doing inside a red kyber crystal?
Leave him be, Kawada. Look at him. Whatever happened was clearly traumatic. He couldn't heal the crystal, but he tried his best. He took a huge risk for you. You need to fulfill your end of the bargain.
I suppose, but we're not quite done yet.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, boy. You'll find your next task to be much less traumatic. I'll get to work on your saber right now. In the meantime, see what you can do with this.
A clear crystal? I've never seen one of these before. Did it come from a Jedi's lightsaber?
No, it's raw. A young little thing. Only 1 million or so years old. Kinda chatty.
What do you want me to do with it?
Just connect with it. See what happens.
What will I see? You will see either what it wishes to show you, or whatever you bring with you. Nice. It's like on Dagobah when he goes into the cave and he asks Yoda, what will I see? And he says, only that which you take with you. Uh, 100% agreed. Charles Soule is the king of Star Wars comics. The man can do no wrong. What will I see? You will see either what it wishes to show you, or whatever you bring with you. Fine. It can't be worse than that red one. But the Force is feeling a little wobbly again. I'm not sure I'll be able to do much. Look at this man. He's just got sacks of fucking kyber in here. Like, just thinking like a scoundrel for a second, thinking like Hondo, how many credits worth of kyber is in this little cave?
Don't worry, Luke. My little friends will keep me updated on what's going on with the Force. If it starts to recede, we'll pull you right out.
Here we go again. Okay, and we're back. Dagobah. Master Yoda, are you really here?
Here I am, Luke. Where else should I be?
This isn't real. None of this is real. But I'm going to ask another question anyway. Where have you been? Wow, that's true, because after the attack on Cloud City, like, Yoda never reached out to him through the Force. I reached out to you with the Force so many times. You never answered. I've been trying so hard to learn everything I need to know on my own. I've been hurt, so hurt, and it's all so confusing. Why couldn't you just help me?
All Jedi walk their own path. All Jedi must walk their own path. Know this, you do. Or return to me, you would not have. Or return to me, you would have. You did not wish to speak to me, Luke, and so you did not.
Calling him out.
A great decision lies before you. It has nothing to do with the Force, or being a Jedi. About yourself, this decision will be. Until you make it, a Jedi you cannot be.
What is the decision that Luke himself needs to make? You are paying attention to the Force, right? The crystals are talking to you? I don't know what would happen to Luke if the Force gets shaky while his mind is in that crystal.
Yes, Greta, I'm listening to everything my friends are saying. Every last word.
This is hopeless. You say so much, but you never tell me anything. I don't have time for this. I'll learn what I need from the Jedi text I found.
Found one of the sacred Jedi texts, you did. Well done, my student.
I sure did, and I did it without your help. I'll be fine. I appreciate everything you've taught me, but I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Master Yoda.
As you wish, Luke.
What am I doing? Saying goodbye to a figment of my imagination? Time to get out of here. Get my saber and go home. Okay. I'm ready to go now.
Leave, you said you would. Yet here you remain. Perhaps your Jedi text includes a chapter about graceful exits.
I'm trying. I don't know what's wrong. Oh, Yoda. Even at 900 years old, he's still coming with his zingers. Yeah, he is. He's fully sassy. Luke? Oh, no. I'm not sure he's breathing. You said you were listening, Kawada.
I was. I said I was, and I was. The crystals told me the Force was receding. They told me loud and clear. But I wanted to see what would happen.
God damn it, Kawada! No time. This is no time for science experiment. The Force. It's pulled back from me. It's been doing this lately. I don't know where it goes. I don't know what to do.
Oh, Luke. When night it is the sun gone?
I mean, of course it's not.
Of course. Obvious it is. Goodbye, my apprentice.
Nice.
Thoughts, have you?
Still, after all he has learned, he is not ready.
Yes, but learned much he has. Came here, he did. Even if understanding what he was doing, he did not. When the time comes, ready he will be.
Beautiful. Ah, look at that Alec Guinness face. Amazing. Wow. It's green.
Here's your saber. It's not perfect, but it'll work pretty well for a while. You're going to want to replace the crystal when you're ready. Now, that was fascinating. What happened in there? Please tell me all about it.
Don't tell him anything, Luke. He was willing to let you be trapped in that crystal, maybe even die. Is that right?
I'm a scientist. I was doing science.
Thank you for fixing my lightsaber. I hope you learned something useful from what I did here. But I'm leaving and I'm taking this with me. I'll need to build my own saber someday. This might be how I do it. I'm taking this one too. It's in pain. If I learn more, maybe I can heal it after all. Ooh, I don't know about that one, Luke. I think he just wants to see that sexy Sith lady again.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say.
You know, I really don't know how I feel about Dr. Kuwata. He was playing it fast and loose with Luke's safety there. I don't think that he is a bad guy. I just think that he got lost in the science of it all. However, I don't think we've seen the last of him either. Thank you for everything, Greta. Things didn't go the way I expected, but they never really do. But I learned things I'd never have otherwise learned, so thank you. It was my pleasure, Luke. Seriously. Now that I've helped you, I've discharged the debt I owed my family. I can go anywhere I want. Leave this planet behind for good. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about her death. So much has happened. What are you going to do? Go back to the Alliance? In time, yes. The biggest battles are yet to come. But before then, I have some thinking to do. To be continued. This was a killer issue. This was a killer issue. Oh, look at that cover for next week. Palpatine and Leia just yelling at each other. I choose to believe they're yelling at each other here. This was incredible. I need to go back and just look at the Sith, the interior of this red crystal one more time. Like, okay, so this kicked my absolute ass. Like, oh my god, that was cool. Getting to go to the meditation plane from Dark Lord of the Sith, going to Dagobah, seeing Luke, seeing Yoda, seeing old Ben. But homegirl right here, wearing what looks a whole lot like the Sith Eternal armor of Star Wars Legacy from Legends. You remember Cade Skywalker? The Sith Empire of that era wore a very similar garb to this. And clearly this is taking place in the past, but like that's the reference that's being drawn on right now. Like, holy shit, the story of how Luke gets his green crystal. Like, this is dope. This was awesome. And are these hounds the same as Ember from the High Republic? I forget the name of the species that Ember is, but we've got a couple different varieties of space dog at this point now, between these and the Cath hounds and the Corellian ones. And yeah, this was absolutely excellent. This was an excellent issue. Yeah, literal dark horses in front of the throne. It's so good. Yeah. People were saying it in the chat, and I completely agree with the sentiment that Charles Soule knows Star Wars like the back of his own hand, and he knows how to write those Star Wars stories and make them feel just like authentic and engaging, and he manages to take risks while still having it feel 100% on brand, and I think that shows true mastery of storytelling within a franchise. Like, yeah, they're totally dark horses. It's so funny. Oh, man. This was excellent. Okay, and we got 2 comics left to go. Moving on to our second comic of the day, we have Star Wars Yoda. Is that centered? Oh, okay. Wait, they just have an off-centered title. That really threw me. Star Wars Yoda, issue number 8. Anakin and Yoda beating up the B-ones together. That was an excellent issue of Star Wars. I'm going to be reeling from that one for a minute. But in the meantime, let's go. A wise Jedi Master Yoda has lived a long life in service to the greater good of the galaxy. After the rise of the Galactic Empire, he now spends his days on the secluded swamp world Dagobah, awaiting an important visitor and reflecting on his many adventures. Star Wars Yoda. Size Matters Not, Part 2. The Forge. Yoda and Anakin Skywalker have learned of a weapon that could alter the course of the Clone Wars. A new breed of megadroids that the army of the Republic would be powerless to stand against. Now, Yoda and Skywalker lead a company of clone troopers to the planet of Golatha to destroy the foundry producing the megadroids before the first prototypes can come online. This one is written by Mark Guggenheim, art by Alessandro Miracolo. Let's go. Golatha. It's a small planet hidden inside a nebula in the outer rim. So small that the Separatists don't see a need for it to be heavily guarded. What's your plan, General Skywalker? Simple. We go in with Company 326. Our contingent of clones has to be bigger than whatever skeleton crew they have guarding the factory building these megadroids, and we take it out. Master Yoda, do you have any reservations about General Skywalker's plan? You look concerned.
General Skywalker's plan is sound, but cautious we must remain. Overconfident in the size of our forces against theirs, we must not be.
Agreed. Good luck, and may the Force be with you.
Transmission ended, sir.
You think I'm being overconfident?
Said that, I did not.
Overconfident in the size of our forces against theirs, we must not be.
Some work your impression of me needs, General Skywalker.
I'm just saying, our clones can handle whatever the clankers throw at us.
The megadroids, this Operation Titan, could change the course of the war.
Right, and
And follow, it does, that whatever security they have put in place, sufficient it must be.
Or maybe we're just catching a break this one time.
Generals, we're approaching the Galatha Nebula.
Beautiful. Look at this art. That's sick. Very colorful. Galatha. Care to elaborate?
See for yourself. The factory is located in this valley.
But there's no sign of it from up here. You're right.
Underground, the facility must be.
Like you said, but there has to be some kind of surface access point. At least a hatch of some kind. How are we getting in here?
Captain Caesar,
Yes, General.
ready your troops. Descend into the valley, we must. And cautiously so.
Pretty quiet. I would have expected at least a patrol. You guys are clearly walking into a trap. Come on, man.
Saying you were?
I know. I just thought for once we'd get lucky. Where are they all coming from?
I don't understand.
Our intel said the factory was barely guarded.
The size of an army doesn't matter, Captain Caesar. Only the tactics it uses.
This isn't a valley, it's a kill box.
Turn this to our advantage, we must.
I get it. The droids have to be firing on us from somewhere, and that somewhere is probably underground.
Like the factory we seek.
No, Caesar! Damn. No, not the clone that we just met and didn't have a chance to get to know. I'm very upset by that.
I'm sorry, General.
It's not your fault, Caesar.
Give them hell.
Damn.
Stay with the troops.
Why? Where are you going? Uh-oh.
Many of my friends, you and your friends, have killed. Tell me where they are hiding. You will.
Oh, it's not a double page. Why would you put... Okay, what is the point of this right here? You see this little extra bar? There's no panel there. That is... Ugh, why would you do that and trick people into thinking it's a double page? Also, why is Yoda like... Are you really about to mind trick a mechanical organism? That's not how that works. Master Yoda? I've taken care of the droid guards. But our forces have been depleted. Damn! It's just those two now. They lost all of their troops. We can't turn back now.
More droids in the factory. There will be. Only 2 of us there are now.
Good thing the size of an army doesn't matter. Only the tactics it uses.
Your impression of me. Getting better, it is. Now it falls to us to assure that our comrades did not die for nothing. While eliminating the droids, I saw the access point. Here. Proceed with caution.
Makes me think of the Blue Shadow virus episode, when they just had massive holes in the ground in Naboo that led to the secret facilities. I don't proceed any other way.
That has not been my experience.
More droids.
Pew, 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 pew.
You mean there were? Okay, so we found it, and we're what? What's the plan? Thermal detonators? 8 thermal detonators in Yoda's pack to blow it up. Whoa. So these are all... It's making shells. It's making, ammunition and armaments. But where's the actual mega droids? We'll never be able to destroy this whole place. I'm having issues with my resizing of the page here. There we go. We'll never be able to destroy this whole place.
Do not be so sure. See that central column, do you? It appears to hold up the entire structure.
Oh, it's nice. They are going to get lucky. Yeah, no, they're super overconfident because something is clearly about to go wrong. I'm kind of skimming through this one because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of lost my interest a little bit. The Yoda series has dragged a little bit, so I'm just going through to get to the conclusion now. Boom. Okay, so they got in there, they blew up the factory, and we never even got to see a single Mega Droid. We never got to see him! We're just lucky we got here before any prototypes could make it off the line, because then the artist would have had to figure out how to draw them. And we don't want to design those just yet. That sound. Must be the factory caving in. No, it's Mega Droids coming out. Let's go! Something else, I fear this is. Look, it's a single one shooting up. It's gonna be one Mega Droid. It's gonna be just one Mega Droid. Okay, I admit it. When I talked about no prototypes making it off the line, that time I was overconfident. Oh my god. The writing in this one was not great, but it's still a fun story. I still want to see how we manage to defeat this Mega Droid and how many quips it's gonna take to take it out. To be continued! Yeah, this was a very non-Yoda issue. What's he doing threatening a B1, trying to mind trick a robot, throwing grenades at stuff? There were parts where he wasn't even talking in his dialect. He was just like straight up saying stuff. Where was it? It was back here. Yeah, the size of an army doesn't matter, Captain Caesar. Only the tactics it uses. Where's your Yoda grammar? The artwork is excellent in this, and it is a fun story. I don't know. I think I need to start with the Yoda comic. If I do it as like the second or third one of the day that I read, I'm already like out of steam for it. I don't know. It just feels like such an additional story. Like it's not telling me anything that I really need to know. Just that Yoda had missions. And this just didn't feel like a very good characterization of Yoda. He's not, I don't know. What's he doing with grenades? It's a silly nitpick. It's really not a big deal. And now we move on to our final comic of the day. Star Wars Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary Edition Empire #1. What would you do if the Empire took over? Operation Endor. As the conflict against the Rebel Alliance continues, the heavy hand of the Galactic Empire squeezes its citizens for any resource that they can provide. With more and more businesses seized and workforces commandeered for military purposes, many civilians find themselves abruptly pulled into the ongoing war effort. One young technician, Rilo Grenth, has become a civilian contractor for a top-secret installation that is currently being constructed on a distant moon in the Outer Rim. Oh no! Rilo Grenth, why did you do it? Civilian contractor on the Death Star? Yikes. That's gonna end well. I hope you got paid in advance. Droid herder, that's exactly my own feelings. I definitely didn't hate it. It just felt a little meh to me. You look nervous, kid. First time off planet? Yes, sir. Look at them in their little drop ship. Rilo Grenth, of Grenth Technologies. Never left Hosnian Prime before this. Got a whole business named after you, huh? No, I mean, my family, yes. But my father is the one in charge. Was the one in charge. Grenth Technologies was never a big corp, but it does go back 6 generations. One of the few to specialize in inter-system connectivity and communication software. Oh, nice, so they're probably pretty rich. Or they were. We were always happy to take on Imperial contracts, but the Empire recently decided to take more direct control over business operations. Of course, we're all extremely loyal to the Emperor, and it's a real honor to be able to serve him in such a direct... It was a yes or no question, kid. Don't need or want your life story. Told you. Just didn't think they'd send someone along this green. Nice to meet you. Endor. Dear Father, I hope you and Mother are doing well. You'll be happy to hear that, for all of your worries, I'm settling into my new assignment just fine. While I'm not at liberty to disclose where I've been stationed, it is truly a beautiful place. A world that remains mostly untouched by sentient hands, from what I've seen. That is, of course, not a joke at the expense of my new Imperial co-workers. Non-sentient hands. Out of the way! They're a personable bunch. Perhaps a bit rougher around the edges than I'm used to. The accommodations aren't nearly as spacious as home, but I actually find them quite cozy. And I have all of the reminders of home that Mother packed for me to make things more comfortable. He's just throwing things away in a gonk droid. It's not a trash can, you fool! I know Mother was worried that I wouldn't eat enough. Please tell her not to worry. Man, this is just sad. The food is perfectly engineered to meet all of our needs. And it's far better than you might think, based on that description.
Food not good enough for you, city boy.
No, I'm just not feeling well. Of course, the conversation makes everything taste far better. This poor kid. The real reason I'm here, the work, continues to be very stimulating. But I just ran these tests yesterday. I suspect you would appreciate the Imperial dedication to detail.
That was before they installed the new power couplers. Run them again!
It's even more exacting than yours. This poor guy's gonna snap, man. Just join the rebellion. Just get the hell out. Those whom I work most closely with share my enthusiasm for our work.
Do we get to run the system stress tests yet again?
Yes, E7Y, we do. Yet again.
Oh, good. One of my very favorite tests, and you are very good at it. Let's see if we can make the system scream this time.
I will continue to make you and Grinth Technologies proud. The next day. Evening, everyone. Pardon the interruption. What's the discussion topic of the day?
The latest holotexts we all read.
No, really. Is there something funny about us discussing holotexts? Jesus, calm down. No, of course not. I was just going to sit somewhere else. Man, the Empire just sucks. Oh, who's this? Is this a friendly guy? Or is he gonna haze him? I can never tell. I don't understand how this is relevant to our job. It's simple. Our task is to make sure that all systems in the facility are communicating with each other.
I found most sentient beings to be insulted when you refer to them as systems.
If personnel are distracted by their inability to communicate with each other, won't that be detrimental to the mission at large?
I suppose that almost makes sense. Of a sort.
I need you to access their personal comms network. Send a missive that gives them a little push into talking. My sister does it all the time. Say something about admiring her from afar. Real flowery romantic stuff.
Very well. And what are their names?
Oh my god. You're hilarious, dude. This is gonna blow up in your face.
We haven't exactly had a full conversation as of yet.
Wait, why did I read that like a droid? Is my brain even working? We haven't exactly had a full conversation as of yet. Do you have access to the personnel ID images? Wasn't me! It came from your comm. It must be someone's idea of a prank. I swear on the Emperor that I have nothing but respect for you and your marriage. Oh, fuck, what did you do, dude? Oh, you little rabble-rouser. You so much as look at me the wrong way again. I won't, I swear it. Well, it looks like your meet cute didn't pan out. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, look, she roughed him up too. He's all bandaged now. That's too funny. Oh, you shouldn't be out here, dude. This is not safe. This is not safe. It really is beautiful. It's an Ewok. I'm calling it now. It's an Ewok. Hello? I'm warning you. I'm armed. With a fucking knife and fork. Yay! Oh. Hello there, little one. It's all right. Froka, Nola? You have a little hat. Did you make that? Probably can't understand me. No need to be afraid. Would you like a bit of something pretending to be food? Froka Winato! Is that a spear? Fro! Now, take it easy. No need for any violence. Gah! No need for violence, bro. You're wearing an Imperial cog. That alone is violence on this planet. Talofa! Don't! Oh, shit. What are you doing out here? Just getting a breath of fresh air. There are hostile indigenous life forms in the area. There weren't any signs, or... Do you really need a sign to tell you to stay out of dangerous areas? No, I'm not an idiot. I didn't know.
You have become remarkably efficient at your work.
Was that a compliment, E7Y?
Merely an observation. You have stopped focusing your efforts on those around you. But you can pretend it was a compliment if it makes you feel better.
Imperial droids, man. Not really. No offense, but it doesn't bode well for my career if you're the only one observing my work.
What a curious statement. From what I have seen, the more that you are observed, the more problems it causes for you.
Don't remind me. Poor kid can't catch a break. No. Wait. You're absolutely right.
I know. I stated an objective truth.
My problem is that I've been trying to get the wrong kind of attention.
That is certainly one of several.
I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to do a job, and that's what I should have been focused on showing them.
Keeping me from doing my job is an unexpected tactic.
I can do so much more than merely running the same tests over and over and over. I just need to show them that. Show them that I can take initiative.
What is it you're planning to do?
Oh my god, okay. And here comes the monologue. Strap in. I'm gonna drink some Red Bull for this one. Grenth Technologies has always made a profit from proprietary access codes. A human tech is required to key in codes for all tests, every single time they're run. No offense, droids still make some people nervous.
I can't imagine why.
But if Grenth is now being managed by the Empire anyway, there's really no need to worry about profits, is there? I can generate a quick unlock to enter the code for all major processes. That should allow the test to be automated.
Wouldn't that eliminate any need for you?
I'm only here until the installation is complete anyway. But if I prove our systems can be more efficient, it will lead to expanded use, more installation jobs with no need to babysit the testing process. Maybe I can finally see more of the galaxy. Okay, so he is actually good at what he does. He's just been under-applying himself because he's been so concerned with fitting in. Do you really want to fit in with a bunch of Imperials anyway? That's strange. There's a primary program I can't access. I thought we were interlinking all the systems as they were installed. Could you give me access? I want to show them the entire ecosystem can be automated.
Perhaps you haven't been given access for good reason.
Likely another corpse proprietary nonsense. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry. You're building a fucking Death Star, bro. There are things to worry about. He's going to uncover things that make him a liability, and then he's going to be forced to escape, and he's going to join the rebellion. Or he's going to die tragically. I could see this going either way. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Droid herder, the rebels get in because 2 Crimson Dawn agents that were techs on the construction fled and transmitted all the information to the rebellion. Sent it straight to Home 1. And Hera Syndulla didn't believe them for a very long time.
If you insist, you are the boss.
Oh shit, you did not realize the magnitude of what was going on here? I thought that everyone knew that they were building a second Death Star. Oh, but here it is. This is just showing that they have access to the whole plans now. I get it. You know, you're right. It's foolish to make myself redundant without an actual plan. Let's lock it all back down. No need for anyone to know we went off task, right?
If you say so.
He saw it and immediately got freaked out and was like, you know what, this is a bad idea. Also, this is kind of cool, actually. This is the second Death Star completed. We've never seen this, you know? We never got it to this stage. It was destroyed before it reached this, but like, it does look different to the first Death Star. It does have a little bit of difference to it. I like that. That's kind of an Easter egg of its own. Dear Father, it seems that my time on this assignment is almost up. I'll be sad to say goodbye to the many fine people stationed here that I've met, but I have to admit that I've missed sleeping in my own bed. At the end of the day, I've worked hard to live up to the Grenth name. I hope this will be the first of many such installations for the Empire. How can you hope that and be a good person? Like, how does... But for now, I'm looking forward to coming home.
Rilo Grenth?
Yes?
We have a few questions before you depart. A sort of exit interview, if you will.
Run. He's an ISB officer. Fucking run for it. But the shuttle...
You'll just have to catch the next one, won't you?
Yes, sir. Damn. You're never leaving. You're never getting out of here. Sick. It's the same kind of little interrogation room that they put, what's his face in Andor, Dedramiro, and Cyril. Cyril was in the chair.
Why are you here, Mr. Grenth?
Oh, just Rilo is fine. I was sent here to implement and test the system's interconnectivity protocols. Mostly the testing part.
And who is it who sent you here?
Grenth Technologies? No, wait, I mean the Empire sent me. Because they're in control of Grenth Technologies. Not that I'm accusing you of asking trick questions, unless you are?
Are you under the impression this is some sort of test, Mr. Grenth?
I don't really know what it is, sir.
Let's take a look at your activities in this installation, shall we? Exiting the facility without permission, luring hostile locals closer to the facility, fostering conflict among Imperial military forces.
I don't know what...
Quiet! Sending coded messages about the installation to third parties without permission.
Coded? I was writing to my father.
A father who was quite displeased to cede control of his businesses to the Empire, as I understand it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This looks bad for you, dude.
He did. He snuck out of the base. He, interacted with an Ewok. He keeps talking about the build,
and he accessed the files. Oh, he's done. He's done. This is the worst. The droid fully screwed him over.
And by far the most damning piece of evidence, slicing into classified Imperial military systems. Made me unlock access to these systems, and then asked me to lie about having done so. And his excuses for doing so were embarrassingly flimsy, detrimental to his own future employment.
This is why people don't trust droids. Damn.
Why don't you tell me the image that is forming here, Mr. Grenth?
I need to do better at my job? This poor man.
These would appear to be the actions of a rebel agent, Mr. Grenth.
No! I'm a loyal citizen of the Empire.
Judging by your record, you're either a rebel spy or dangerously incompetent. So tell me, in which specific way are you a threat to the Empire?
Dangerously incompetent. Go with incompetent. I'm not going home, am I?
No, Mr. Grenth. I'm afraid not.
No! They took him to Narkina 5? Seriously?
7th bunk on the right. Are you talking to me?
What did they get you for?
Are you talking to me?
You're the only new guy I see.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I was too good at my job. Saw things I wasn't supposed to. And this is my reward for trying to go above and beyond.
Familiar story around here. Right, Micho?
They told me to fly the cargo there, Kreb. I had all the codes.
He'll tell you that story 3 times a day if you let him. Before breakfast. Other than that, old Micho's as harmless as they get. And I'm more harmless than I'd like. Name's Kreb.
Rilo Grenth. Formerly of Grenth Technologies. End. Well, what the fuck? What a depressing ending! Oh, man. It is a pleasant surprise, I suppose. Yes, in that he did not die. But, like, man. What a pitiful existence. It just goes, at least his life was saved. Just think about it. If he hadn't gotten in trouble and he'd stayed on the work detail, he would have been there when the whole thing got destroyed. So it's like, yeah, there really was no winning for that. And yes, it was depressing, and it's a nice little reminder that if you play by the rules and do everything correctly, if you're living in a fascist authoritarian society, you can still get absolutely, totally screwed without ever doing anything wrong. So, yeah, keep that in mind the next time you want to support any sort of fascism. It's like, this is where it heads. Like, you know, absolute control over your life. They decide you did something wrong. It doesn't matter if you did anything wrong. They've decided that you did, and you're going to prison for life. And that's horrifying and terrifying. And yeah, your daily reminder that the Empire are bad people. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. That's all we've got for Comics with Katarn today. Star Wars 35 absolutely knocked my socks off. Yoda was solid. Yoda was fun. And Empire #1, great little story. Yeah, these Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary comics have all been excellent. And yes, next we get the Rebellion one-shot. It's a trap! I can't wait. I'm also super stoked for Jabba's Palace as well. I believe we already read the first, but this is a reprint with a second print with a new variant cover, which I want. And there's Max Rebo coming soon. Yeah, this was excellent. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. If you did not catch the beginning of the stream where I read through Star Wars 35, don't worry, the replay is going to be hitting YouTube momentarily here. Comics with Katarn normally happens at 5 PST every Wednesday. This week, I was busy on Wednesday. I went to go watch Across the Spider-Verse, so we didn't do the comics. That's why we're getting it today on Friday. But if you want to catch the next one, it'll be 5 PST on Wednesday. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, may the Force be with you.